So,
Or was in a show.
just quickly, like when you go and you start writing for, working at on a high level blog, blog website kind of thing and stuff. Is it a labor of love, or does it start to become something that you could get paid doing, or is it because you're so immersed in the sport anyways, or how does that start when you start doing that?
I mean, I kind of fell into a good opportunity. It was kind of a right place, right time kind of thing. Where on MMA News, the guy that was writing for it, he kind of quit. I figured, fuck, like they're gonna need somebody. I may as well throw my name out there. So I kind of threw my name out there. I said, fuck, I'll interview Tito Ortiz. How about that? I hooked up a Tito Ortiz interview. It was the first thing I ever did for MMAnews.com was a Tito Ortiz interview. That was
cool.
Pretty sweet interview. Yeah.
So the road to success in MMA writing is through Tito Ortiz.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yes.
That's cool. And does that guy? Does he tell stories? Has he got some pretty kind of? Cool
it seems to me that he's one of these guys. We're not into this kind of thing, and it's something we try to avoid if we can. It's hard, but is these guys who are so well trained with media, and he seems to be one of those. What do you think?
Well, Tito's the kind of guy, he knows how to talk, right? He'd be a good politician. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's also a guy that they might set up a media day where he's repeating the same shit over and over 15, 20 times a day to every different person he speaks to. So.
Yeah. When you mention hungover, this kind of thing comes up a lot. You travel around and see MMA shows and stuff. These guys, after spending 6 weeks of their lives having a perfect diet and perfect training and perfect sleep, they party quite a bit, don't they?
I mean, I'd want to party hard after an 8-week training camp for sure, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean, you see it a lot. I think, the downside of it is that you got a bunch of young guys that will, party for 8 or 10 days straight. I mean, there's a bit of danger in that kind of binge partying. But
it's only danger if you're just doing the, what are those drinks? The... like Rockstar,
Red Bull,
the Red Bulls and that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah,
because you don't have any stories like that, do you, Rob?
Then it might get dangerous.
What's that, Chris?
If you're hanging out with Shonie Carter's crowd.
Yeah, or Rampage Jackson in his truck.
Yeah, exactly. Or with Robin at a musical event.
Yeah, but I guess it's dangerous to go get punched in the face in a cage in front of 20,000 people. So what the hell, right?
Or have a seizure.
Yeah, it's true. Seizures are dangerous.
Because you've never had one of those after a bunch of those.
I have had a seizure after binge drinking in Europe. It happened for real. Yeah, I know. That's why MMA is actually a little bit safer for me than singing in a rock band was. So anything else you want to talk about quick, Chris? We like having you on the show. We're enjoying this. You're one of us now.
Man, I don't know. What do you guys got in your mind?
I don't know.
Sex.
Yeah, what are you thinking? What do you think? Sex? Who said
that's
sex in the mind?
That's Jonathan. I don't know what he's thinking. I am looking forward to Strikeforce. Where do you get that in the States? How do you watch Strikeforce down there?
Strikeforce in the States is on Showtime pay-per-view, and I believe I was actually flicking through the dish a little while ago, and it's up. It'll be on pay-per-view in Canada.
Yeah, I know. We got to pay for it, but you get it for free, eh?
You can get it for free. If you're in the States and you have Showtime, you can get it for free.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So. Yeah.
That really sucks then that we would have to pay for it.
I'll pay for it, though.
We used to get it on the Fight. It might be on the Fight Network.
No, it's not. You ever watch Fight Network? What do you think of the Fight Network?
It was kind of cool when it first came out, but it kind of went down the shitter.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of content anymore, do they?
But they're good people over there, and they're
really nice. Yeah. They're all really nice people, but they don't have. Well, a lot
they're building
of
it up. Yeah, right. It did come out as like, wow, this is going to be cool. But they've got new people helming it, and they're starting to really build stuff up there. So I think it's gonna, they sort of survived their hard period, and now I think it's going to improve and
well,
get
if they
better
can
stuff.
survive through this, then they're going to survive through anything. I mean, but. Hey, I wish them all the best. I mean, hopefully they can make some money.
I remember seeing there was a lot of problems with the people at the Fight Network. John McCarthy wasn't too keen.
Yeah.
Well,
who's another guy? JT McCarthy. He seemed one to like it.
Right, and they've also been banned, I think, from the UFC.
Yeah, they don't have credentials for the UFC right now. But these are all things they're working on. They've got Morrow there, who's he's a legitimate MMA voice,
for sure,
and they've got good people behind it. So I think it's coming around. Yeah, of course it hurts when Big John, one of the most respected people, has bad things to say about it. But that's kind of under the bridge now. I think they're coming around.
So Chris,
yo,
what's Robin's nickname?
Oh man, Robin paid back. I can't come up with anything better.
Quit thinking about the nickname that's already been given. That's what's stalling you from coming up with a good.
I think I'm gonna go with Mr. International. Shonie just said there's only one. Like, why couldn't I be Mr. International too?
Chris, come up with one.
I'm stumped. I'm too hooked on the Fade to Black when it was.
Yeah.
All right,
that wasn't bad. Will,
so
I
that was a good one. So Chris, you're officially an asshole for not being able to come up with a nickname.
But also, we like you, and you seem exactly like.
No, you're a cool asshole, but at the same time, you're still an asshole.
Yeah.
Well, asshole, cool asshole. I can live with either or.
Yeah. I think we should send Chris a shirt. Now that we just got shirts coming out of our ass.
What are you talking about? I had a quick conversation with him before, and he's got shirts coming out of his ass.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't need shirts, buddy.
He does not need shirts.
Send us some
Why
shirts.
don't you send us some of your leftover periphery shirts?
Yeah.
And we'll give those away on our show.
Shirts. I got a Carl Parisian shirt if you want to give away.
I do.
Yeah, for sure. You got a few or what?
Silver Star Clothing, yeah, for sure.
Dude, send us some shirts.
We'll give them away, courtesy of MMA.
MMA News, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll promote you as much as we can.
How obvious is it that this is that we're just getting started? Wow, free MMA shirts! We're so pumped.
This is the Crap Network, is what it is.
Yeah. People are digging the show. Apparently, how did you end up coming across this show, Chris?
Facebook. Facebook is where everything's at. Fuck, everything lands on Facebook.
You ever meet a girl on Facebook that worked out to be something good?
No, I'm getting married in May. I'm off the books. Books.
Yeah, whatever. So we'll talk to you offline about that then.
Yeah. Is your fiance into MMA?
She'll watch it with me if she's here, but she's not too keen on it sometimes.
Yeah.
Like that time when Rashad Evans, she fucked up Sean Salmon that time with the head kick.
Yeah.
And he kind of went and punched him in the head a couple of times after the fact. She was like, what? Why did he have to punch him again?
Yeah. And you're like, well, it's called a killer instinct. He's got to make sure he finishes the fight. And it's tough. But I as much as there is tens of millions of people around the world really into the sport, there is always going to be that, eh? That bit of savagery to it, that sort of finishing kind of, or the blood or whatever. There'll always be a bit of that. But personally, I don't see that anymore. Like, especially as more and more people train the sport, they kind of will find that the guys aren't angry. It's like when the average person sees violence that hasn't been exposed to it, in their mind they recognize sort of anger and aggression. But once you've been around it long enough and you see it as any other sport, I mean, if somebody had never seen football before and suddenly a 300-pound man ran across the field and drove his helmet into the spine of a 190-pound jumping man, wouldn't that seem horrifying?
Oh, well, yeah. Definitely. You see some sick shit in the football field.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, you see bigger injuries, that's for sure.
Yeah, and hockey. I mean, these guys are going 60 miles an hour and they're driving, their elbow into the skull of somebody on a piece of wood.
Some of the checks are worse than the hockey fights, obviously.
Yeah.
Because the hockey fights are pretty
Think about Tom Bertuzzi when he decked that guy that time.
Dude.
Shit.
Yeah, that was brutal. That was not good.
Okay, well, it's time for Robin to shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, thanks very much for coming on the show. We're going to get you back soon, okay?
Will you come back?
Yeah, no worries, guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Cool.
There.
Next time, though, you've got to have a better nickname for Robin because that totally sucks.
Yeah.
I'll put some time into it for sure.
Okay,
Thanks,
send us an email, and then we'll announce it on next week's show as your contest entry.
For sure. No
yeah,
problem.
and when you're up in Toronto, we'll take care of you. We know people.
Yeah.
Yeah, when are you here next?
Jesus, I don't know.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Good. So
cool.
we'll see you then.
We'll see you then.
We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, bud.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.
All right, so that is the show. And Shonie spaced out, drugged up Carter
Yeah.
was Mr. International was on.
But, a great guest, nonetheless.
Oh, no, for sure. And he came up with an awesome nickname. Right?
Yes, he did.
Just like that. For some reason, he couldn't remember a dude's name for 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But then somehow came up with the name.
problem.
And then Asshole.
Yeah.
Chris Howie from the head writer from MMA News.
Yeah, and
who's
he's one
actually
of us.
who's actually a pretty cool guy.
He's a pretty cool guy. He's one of us.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
or else I'd take time to make more fun of him.
Yeah,
but
I know.
we're
But
out
he's
of time.
actually pretty cool.
He is cool.
And he knows the sport. Sometimes we're willing to, look stupid. These guys are professionals. We had Morrow on. We had Chris Howie on.
Right.
These guys are pros.
Yeah, they actually know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and we don't.
No.
So that's the end of our show. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget the contest this week and running for 2 weeks. We'll run it for 2 weeks is give Robin a nickname.
Yep.
And something original.
Yep.
And you can't copy Shonie Carter's
No,
because
'cause he's winning right now.
That awesome one
Yeah.
is leading the race.
Yeah, Shonie may end up winning a shirt.
Yeah.
And for anyone who is on television,
That's right.
especially at an MMA event, if you're wearing a noshitmma.com shirt or holding up a sign, send us
Or
proof.
body paint.
Yeah, anything.
Whatever.
Send us proof. We'll send you a T-shirt or whatever
Actually,
other gifts.
if you're just a hot chick and you paint that on your body, We'll probably send you a shirt for that too.
Yeah.
As long as we get a photo of it that we can put on the show.
Yeah, probably will.
Okay. All right. So that's the show for tonight. Thanks very much. You're watching No Shit MMA on thatchannel.com, sponsored by Extreme Couture Toronto.
And
thanks very much.
I need some
and Robin needs Anison.
Yeah.
Thanks very much.
I
Good
got a
night.
cold.
See you next time.
Bye.